Raul.
Shali, thank you. Ken Kaplan, the No Bolt agent, joining us now with a reminder of what we need to make sure your home is ready for the next big earthquake, based on, obviously, that 6.0 that hit Napa. A lot of folks had a lot of damage. Earthquake preparedness plan, we stress this so much.
Yep.
Know what you need to have, know what you need to do. This is all very important stuff.
Don't be paranoid,
Yep.
Be prepared.
Right.
It's really important to have an emergency plan. San Diego County Office of Emergency Services puts out a pamphlet
Yep.
that you can actually get, fill out, give to everybody in your household. There's a card that actually you can cut out. But what I wanted to do this morning was say, okay, listen, it hasn't hit us yet, anything big. They always say it's inevitable that we're going to get a big one. What are you going to do to be prepared in your home to make sure that you and your family, heaven forbid, need assistance, and you're stuck on your own for 3 days? What are you going to do?
Right.
First things first, have a plan. Make sure everybody knows the plan. Even if your kids are rolling their eyes and they're going, oh, I don't really need to. Why are we doing this? Sit down once a year. Have a plan. Who are we going to call? What's happening if you're at school? Who's picking you up? I mean, things like that are really important. The other part is, I went to Lowe's, I went to Home Depot, I picked this up. This is something that's a grab-and-go bag.
Right.
Here's a bag that for a family of 4, bare minimum, you can get by with this bag for 3 days, 72 hours.
And that's the key. That 72-hour time span is usually, if there's devastation, for example, it takes that long on average for rescuers potentially to get
Everybody says 3 days.
Right.
That's the norm. And I would say, not only be prepared with this, because this is great, but this isn't enough.
Right.
Flashlights, batteries, making sure that you're prepared that way. Water. Don't buy the water bottles. Buy the boxes. You can get them at Costco, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at any of your stores, the 2.5-gallon ones, that you're not going to, I'm going to a sports event, so I'm going to take a few of these. The ones that just sit in your garage, that just sit in your closet, get 2 boxes of those, and you're set. You've got something to back you up. I didn't realize until yesterday did you know that there are 2 different types of buckets that you can buy?
Nope.
So you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, and any kind of a hardware store, you're going to see the red or the yellow or the orange and blue buckets. There's a white bucket that's food grade safety. It's BPA free. So you could actually put rice, pasta, things of that nature in here, and they're not going to spoil.
Okay.
It's really important to do that. You could put them in plastic bags and then stack them on each other. Another thing that's really important is to have...
That's key.
This is key,
important.
literally and figuratively key.
Yeah.
This is to shut off your gas valve. If you don't know where your gas valve, number 1, locate it so you know where it is. Number 2, go out and buy a gas valve so you can shut off the valve if you need to in the event that there's an earthquake. It zip ties to the actual valve so that you don't have to go struggling and looking for it. The other thing is tap lights, these lights that you can put up on your, anywhere in the house. They run on batteries. You tap them. They're LED, so they're not going to use up as much battery life and last longer. Any kind of multi-tool, like a Leatherman or anything like that that's, got a pliers and a knife and a can opener, things like that. That's important. Having an LED or a regular lantern that's ready to go with batteries in it so that you've got that. Maybe even a backup charger for your phones in the event, keep this charged. This will stay charged and has all the different adapters on it so you don't have to look for cords. This will stay on there for, I think, 12 months before you have to recharge it. And then one last small thing that I think is important. If you have a propane barbecue, let's say that you need to turn off the gas to your house. Here's a great way to do this. Get an extra tank of propane, keep it at your house, keep it outside, and you know what? Heaven forbid you need to cook. At least you can cook for 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days at a time, and it's there.
It's like you said, it's not about, don't be paranoid, just be prepared.
Be prepared.
Because a lot of times when you're stocking up on this stuff, end of the world. No. You need to be prepared, and you don't need to buy this bag. You can still find out the information of what kind of stuff is recommended. Go out and buy it on your own.
You can go buy the blue ones over at Home Depot or the orange buckets, and you know what? Fill them with all the things that you could get in this backpack. This just happens to be very compact. It's easy to carry.
And it's easy. You just go, you buy it, you take it.
So stack these things in your garage.
Quickly, Ken. If you're renting a home versus if you own your home. Is there anything you can do, for example, as a renter? What can you do to...
What's the exit? How do you get out of... If you're in an apartment building or if you're in a high-rise condo, how do you get out? What's the easiest exit? What's the emergency plan? You know what? Have a number of someone out of town that you can call so that in the event there is an earthquake or there is some sort of an emergency, the bottom line is you're not trying to get into the grid of the phone company here because it's going to be busy. if you call everybody out of town, that can be your waypoint for everybody to call. Somebody to call on the East Coast, absolutely.
I tell you, I was living in a high-rise when that Easter earthquake hit a few years back. Ooh, I moved out. And I knew the exit and I knew the emergency, but I had to go down about 23 flights of stairs.
You know what?
Man, oh man.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Yep.
Ken Kaplan, if you would like to reach this man, you can go to fox5sandiego.com, click the Scene On tab. Thank you, my man.
My pleasure.
Appreciate your time. All right, Chrissy, over to you.
Gentlemen, thank you.